Hello racers, this is Brain from GameBrainMedia and you are looking at Motocross Madness 1, a game from the year 1998. This is currently 2025, so you're looking at a 27-year-old video game. It took a little bit of doing to get it to run on a 4K monitor, and I can show you a little bit of that right here real quick. If we go to graphic options, you can see that my display mode is 2048 by 1536. So that is within a 3840 by 2160 UHD 4K canvas. That's how big my monitor is with the black bars. But I've used the Voodoo Graphics mod, to get this to work in 4:3 format. Otherwise, my guys looked really squatty and weird. So, after all that explanation, I hope this game frickin' works because it's kind of sketchy sometimes. Now, I told you I hated airborne delivery. I'm not going to run that track. I ran Augusta Park recently. There should be a video ahead of this video about Augusta Park. Today we're going to play Bella's Bluegrass. Now this is a track that I actually made a reverse version of. I was a track creator back in the day known as AMA underscore King, right? We were the American Motocross Association and I was the king because Jeremy McGrath was dominant at the time and he was the king of Supercross. And that's what that name came from. And then I was the captain of Team AMA. I had a website. I made a bunch of tracks. A lot of our team made tracks. We had team uniforms, rider skins basically, and we had team bikes that had the same paint job. And it was a lot of fun. We had the Microsoft Internet Gaming Zone. We had multiplayer racing. It was the bomb in 1998. Honest to God, in this game, I can turn left and right. I can lead my rider left and right. I can lean my rider forward and backward. I can preload. I can seat bounce. I can do all the things that modern games do. You're going to be surprised, I think. But let's try it and see. All right, now I'm going to go to the garage real quick and show you that you can actually go through a couple different power curves. So you do have bike setup options here. And on the suspension, I've gone up a click on the springs. And I've gone down. Did I go down a click on the shock? I don't think so. And then I went up a click on traction because I felt like Bella's was like slippery. However, I had a crash after I started running the game, and I'm rethinking these settings. I'm going to just choose reset. All right. And I'm going to go up one click on everything. And then I'm going to go to tires and do reset. And yeah, I'm going to go up one click and try to get better traction. On the engine, I'm going to go with this power curve. It builds pretty smoothly and then builds sharply. Now, Bella's is a pretty flat track. Oh boy, then that makes this look a little more attractive to me. Or that one. All right, let's go with C. So, here we go. Right? Here I am turning. And there it was, using body English in midair, just like reflex. But I'll tell you what. It's really, really hard getting used to a push-button accelerator and a push-button brake where you have no modularity. You can't just gently apply the brake or gently come on the throttle. It's like all or nothing, man. So that part kind of blows. But hey, that's gamepad, right? Well, I mean, it's gamepad. These triggers don't work. I wonder if I used CE360, which is like a custom edition of the Xbox 360 gamepad. It's like a gamepad emulator or something. And I might be able to use the triggers if I really wanted to spend hours testing and jacking around again. And I don't. All right, man, I am at the back of the pack on the second of 4 laps. Game's a little herky-jerky. Yeah, that's... I don't get it. Why? Well, I mean, I do have my NVIDIA settings cranked, jacking up the anisotropic filtering, the anti-aliasing, the shaders, and lighting, and any other option that I could increase for the game's graphics, I've done in the NVIDIA graphics drivers. And then there's the Voodoo graphics thing that I'm using to make the game run in the first place, because it was an old Direct 3D or Voodoo graphics, and anyway, it works. Oh, see that? Now, honestly, that is old school behavior. That used to happen back in the day. It's like suddenly trying to redraw a section of the track as you come up into it, and then your rider stutters and you have like super limited control. Anyway, as I was saying, I was AMA_King back in the day, and I made a reverse version of this track, and poof, here I am off in Never Never Land. And that kind of set off other creators to make, well, actually, I made a reverse version of this track, then I made my own track and did a forward and backward version. I tested it in both directions. I made sure that every jump was doable, coming and going. I'll show you a lot of those tracks coming up in future videos, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, click that like button, all the things. Leave a positive comment. Let me know who you used to be in the Motocross Madness era, in the Microsoft Motocross Madness Microsoft Gaming Zone. I remember NJK Dead Dog. Shout out to you, bro, if you're watching, if you ever see this video. I just want you to know I still remember you, and Dave you, and wow. Oh, God, who's that other dude? Hoppin' Gator, and there's another guy. Showtime, UFO Showtime, and, well, of course, all my buddies on Team AMA. And there it is. AMA Coop, Too Slow for You, Craze. No, well, I don't want to say his real name. I can't remember his in-game name. Anyway, dude, there was a ton of us. Vavoom, Side. I'm sorry for anybody that I'm forgetting. Just off the top of my head here, it's been 27 years, so please forgive me. Oh, AMA Dirt Twister. Got to include that guy. Yep. Good times, good times. Well, that's probably let's see, is that a track record for me? A 58-second track? No. I've run a 54-second lap here. So, all right, man. That was fun. Bella's Bluegrass. I hope to run that more in the future. I hope to find the Bella's Bluegrass Reverse Edition that I made. And then I hope to find, let's see, Strawberry Hill North and South was a track that I made for Motocross Madness 2. And that ran in both it ran north and south, right? It was the same track. But then I also made 6-minute Scramble. It was a hare scramble track. It took 6 minutes to complete a lap. I dare you to try to beat the 6-minute lap time. Actually, somebody did do it. I might have done it. But it wasn't by much. They did get into the 5s. And then that's when we were like learning about scaling tracks. And the 6-minute Scramble, I scaled huge. And I made a very intricate track. It was crazy. In this game, it was designed to go fast and be a racing game. I really wanted it to be a hare scramble. That's why it's called 6-minute scramble. And eventually, I took that same track and I scaled it down. And it became 6-minute trials, I think, or 6-minute tiny. I don't remember. I'll find that when we get into Motocross Madness 2, if we ever do. And that's only going to happen if you hit that subscribe button, if you hit that like button, if you leave a positive comment, and you want more of this kind of stuff. I'll keep going. And until the next time, Game Brain is gone.